권박사 지구촌 TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 요즘은 우한 코로나 때문에 해외여행 가기가 아주 힘들어졌습니다. 물론 해외여행을 가면 구경하기 좋은 곳도 많지만 위험한 곳도 제법 있습니다. 여기에 대해서 외국인들의 이야기를 들어보겠습니다.
Hi, I'm Taylor from South Africa.
Hello, my name is Hallie. I'm from Georgia in the US.
Всем привет, меня зовут Яна, я из Беларуси.
Доброго дня, мене звати Олена, я приїхала з України.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Dimitri et je viens de France.
Всем привет, меня зовут Катя, и я из России.
Hallo, ich bin Henrik aus Deutschland.
Hi everyone, my name is Yana. I was born in Belarus, however I lived for a long time and I grew up in South Africa. South Africa is a really beautiful country with really amazing climate and nature. My two favorite spots, well cities, are Durban and Cape Town. They have two different oceans. So Cape Town is Atlantic Ocean and Durban is Indian Ocean. So I personally prefer Indian Ocean because it's warmer. So Durban, you go to Durban if you want to go and swim in a warm, calm ocean. You go to Cape Town, which is a more beautiful city. I would say it has a really famous Table Mountain, which people go on to, and Atlantic Ocean, which is more cold, but it's also really beautiful. So those are like the two must-go cities in South Africa, Cape Town and Durban.
I feel like the most dangerous place in South Africa is Johannesburg. It's one of the main cities, and especially in town, there's a lot of people who are unemployed and who resort to crime there, and as a result it's quite dangerous. So it's really important in general in any area in South Africa to really just watch your belongings, not put valuable things in sight of people, and I wouldn't recommend walking around in the middle of the night by yourself or in the day. Usually there we just drive cars around, we don't really take public transport. There are a couple of things that were put in place for the World Cup, like the Gautrain train. That train's okay, but other than that, we usually just take cars or Ubers everywhere. However, Cape Town is a little bit more safer, so there it's okay to walk around during the day, mostly. But you just got to be aware of your surroundings all the time, and be careful to flash valuable things around.
South Africa is quite dangerous country if you don't know like certain rules how to live in the country. So for example, not walking alone at night, especially for women, not going into certain areas because it's the danger level is more high there. But people do know certain rules in order not to get in a situation which is going to be potentially dangerous for them. So for example, when you leave your car, you make sure, of course, that it's locked, but also you make sure that nothing is seen from the outside. So you don't leave anything lying on the seats so that people don't break in and take it from your car. Also, really interesting thing about South Africa is that almost everybody have like iron bars on their windows and balconies in order to prevent people from breaking in. And in addition to that, they have also electrical fences on their gates.
So one of quite a common thing that happens in South Africa is to get hijacked, or basically so someone will follow you in your car while you're pulling up to your home or to your hotel or Airbnb, and if you're not careful, they will come out and with guns and basically steal your car and sometimes take you with. So that's something that's quite bad at the moment in South Africa. So at night time, for example, what I do is I drive around the block a couple times and make sure no one's following me before I pull into my garage. Another thing that's quite common there is banking fraud. So for example, my grandmother, it's happened to her many times, going to the bank and then someone basically asking if they can assist her or help her that doesn't work at the bank, and with that stealing her money or a card, because she's, especially the elderly people, they target them, so that's quite common.
So but if you do follow certain rules, you do have a high chance of avoiding a potentially dangerous situation. So people do know that and they do follow those rules.
And my favorite place to visit in the US is the Grand Canyon. When I went there, I was really amazed, even though I've already seen so many pictures. So I really recommend that everyone goes there. You might have heard that the US is a really dangerous place, and I agree for some areas. But actually, in my town, I felt completely safe. And I even left my keys in my car when I went to a store. And it hasn't been stolen yet, so don't worry too much and just come visit us.
Every city in Ukraine has its own history, so I will recommend to go to Kyiv, Odessa, and probably the most interesting and historical place, Lvov. Now in Ukraine, I think the most dangerous city is the eastern Ukraine, is Donetsk and Lugansk, because they gave up on Ukraine and they gave an opportunity to Russia to enter, so it's better to avoid these cities. So in these places there is a war right now, it's war with Russia, and a lot of people just left their homes like it is, because there was the people killed and there was the bomb bursting, so it's really dangerous place to live.
France is also a very beautiful country, very nice. Each area has their own charms, and I definitely recommend a trip over France, especially south of France, if you have the opportunity. Come to visit Nice, my hometown, on the seaside. Well, about safety in a big town, especially, you have to be careful about what you wear, because there are a lot of pickpockets and the tourists are easy targets usually. Everybody basically is, but tourists mostly. So anytime you take the public transportation, you have to be careful of what you're carrying. Don't show too much cash, don't show too much your wallet or your phone. It might not happen, of course, but there is a risk, especially depending on the area you go and the time. If it's late and dark, and if you are a woman, you better be careful.
A safe place in Germany, I would say, is the Baltic Sea. It's a wealthy area, so it's safe and it's full with tourists. Usually many domestic tourists, and it's very family friendly and very clean and nice. Yeah, Germany is usually very safe. Just be careful that you always take care about your wallet and also your handbag, and you close your car when you leave your car. Yeah, don't leave it just keep an eye on it always.
I'm from Russia, from St. Petersburg. In St. Petersburg there is a lot of beautiful streets, buildings, cathedral, a lot of beautiful places. But there is some dangerous places and you should be ready for it. Sometimes you can meet skinhead. It's very dangerous people, especially for Asian people. I don't know why, but they are racist. They usually ask for money, for cell phone, or for any jewelry, and you should just run away or just give it to them because it's dangerous to fight with them. The most dangerous place and thing is around the city because there lives people who doesn't have money, and if tourists go there, it may be dangerous. And also on the streets, almost no lights. Yeah, so be careful.